The reason that we really need to assess is very simple. Students do not learn what we teach. Assessments are the best way to find out whether students have learned something. The difficulty is we then use those results to serve a number of different functions. Although the process of assessment is very simple. We give kids stuff to do, we look at what they did, and we draw conclusions. But the difficulty is we draw lots of different conclusions, and sometimes those purposes conflict. And that's why assessment is such a contentious area. Assessments that look justifiable from one perspective look crazy from a different perspective. I think the really important way to navigate this difficult terrain is to shift our focus. Right now we focus on data-driven decision-making. The trouble is, people who focus on data-driven decision-making end up hoarding vast amounts of data and have very little idea what to do with it. We need to focus on decision-driven data collection. We need to start from the decisions we need to make and then collect just enough data to make those decisions. If we start from the decisions, we'll always know what to do with the data we collect. Testing, regular traditional testing of what students have learned, is one of the most cost-effective ways of raising student achievement. When students take a test, they're forced to retrieve things from memory, and that retrieval practice increases long-term learning. The other advantage is that if students find out quickly, straight after the test, that something they thought was correct was incorrect, you get the benefit of what's called the hypercorrection effect. And it turns out that if you get things wrong and get corrected quite quickly, you learn more than if you get things right first time. So testing is hugely beneficial. But students don't like tests. But here's the way out. Students do not gain any additional benefit from testing when a score is recorded in a teacher's gradebook. The benefit of testing comes from the retrieval practice and the hypercorrection effect. So the best person to grade a test is the person who just took it. So I think what we need to be doing is to be thinking very carefully about the evidence we collect. For me, the evidence should be focused on improving instruction with periodic summaries for reporting either to higher education institutions or to parents. That, to me, is the way forward in terms of creating the success stories that we need in this area.